Your cat is watching you right now. Maybe from across the room, maybe from the edge of the bed, eyes half closed, body still. And you might wonder, does my cat actually trust me? Or am I just the person who fills the bowl? That question matters more than most people realize. Because trust in a cat is not just a feeling, it is a biological state. It is something that forms slowly through thousands of small interactions, and it shows up in behaviors so subtle that most owners overlook them entirely. In this video, we're going to walk through 10 of those behaviors, what they look like, and what science tells us is actually happening beneath the surface. If your cat looks at you and slowly closes its eyes, then opens them again, you have just received one of the most meaningful gestures in feline communication. Researchers studying cat-human interaction have found that this behavior, sometimes called the cat kiss, is associated with positive emotional states and relaxed social bonding. When a cat slow blinks at you, it is essentially lowering its guard. A relaxed, half-closed eye signals the absence of threat. If your cat looks at you and slowly closes its eyes, then opens them again, you have just received one of the most meaningful gestures in feline communication. Researchers studying cat-human interaction have found that this behavior, sometimes called the cat kiss, is associated with positive emotional states and relaxed social bonding. When a cat slow blinks at you, it is essentially lowering its guard. A relaxed, half-closed eye signals the absence of threat. The belly is the most vulnerable part of a cat's body. Exposing it is not an invitation to touch, at least not always, but it is an unmistakable declaration of safety. When a cat rolls onto its back in your presence, it is telling you that it feels secure enough to be vulnerable. That is not something cats do lightly. It is a posture reserved for environments and individuals they feel genuinely safe around. That rhythmic push and pull motion your cat makes with its front paws, kneading, or as some call it, making biscuits, begins in kittenhood. Kittens need their mother's abdomen to stimulate milk flow. As cats grow, they carry this behavior into adulthood, but its meaning shifts. When a cat kneads on you, it is drawing on one of its earliest associations of warmth, nourishment, and safety. You have become, in a very real sense, a source of comfort at a neurological level. Cats have scent glands along their cheeks, forehead, and chin. When your cat presses its head against yours, or rubs its face along your hand or leg, it is depositing its scent, a behavior called bunting. This is how cats mark what they consider safe, familiar, and theirs. Being bunted by a cat is not just affection. It is an act of belonging. Your cat is folding you into its social world. Pay attention to your cat's tail, when it walks toward you. A tail held straight up, sometimes with a slight curl at the tip, is a greeting signal. It is the feline equivalent of a warm hello. In multi-cat households, cats use this posture with individuals they feel comfortable around. When your cat approaches you with its tail raised high, it is choosing to acknowledge you as a positive presence in its world. Sleep is when animals are most vulnerable. A cat that chooses to sleep on your lap, beside your legs, or near your face is making a calculated choice, even if it doesn't feel calculated. It is selecting the safest place it knows. Some cats will sleep with their back pressed against you, which in feline social behavior signals a level of comfort that goes beyond simple proximity. They are not just near you. They are using you as a reference point for security. This one is more complicated to appreciate. When a cat drops a toy, or an outdoor cat's, something less welcome, at your feet, it is engaging in a behavior rooted in social bonding. In wild cat communities, sharing prey is an act of care. Your cat is not being morbid. It is including you in its inner circle. It is treating you the way it would treat a trusted companion. Here is something remarkable. Adult cats almost never meow at each other. Meowing is a communication tool that domestic cats developed specifically for interacting with humans. When your cat meows at you, whether it is a soft chirp, a long drawn-out call, or a series of quiet trills, it has learned that you respond to sound in a way that other cats do not. Each vocalization is directed at you, personally. Over time, many cats develop unique vocal patterns with their owners, a kind of private language that belongs only to that relationship. Cats are territorial animals who value their routines. A cat that consistently follows you through the house is not bored. It is attached. Researchers studying cat behavior have found that cats form what are known as secure attachment bonds with their owners, similar in structure to the bonds observed between human infants and caregivers. Following you is how some cats maintain that bond. You are their safe base, and they want to keep you within range. Mutual grooming, called allogrooming, occurs between cats who share strong social bonds. When a cat licks your hand, your hair, or your face, it is extending this behavior to you. It is a gesture of intimacy that cats typically reserve for individuals they feel genuinely close to. It can also be a calming behavior for the cat as much as for you. If your cat grooms you regularly, consider it one of the clearest expressions of trust in its behavioral vocabulary.